It got so bad that I ended up having a stroke. And yeah, I had a stroke. Doctors did tests and they found out the cause of my stress was depression.
She is a mother, she's a wife. Wife first, then mother, and then she is a career woman. She is a successful career woman. She has a story to tell, she has something to share with all of us. I hope namhlanje masihamba after this event, more than anything, we will take something from here. It might not be everything, uzothatha okusebenzelayo, ushiye okungakusebenzeli. Obviously that's how life works. But she has created this platform, amazing place where we can come together as women, speak our minds, learn from each other, be safe around each other, and I mean, what more can we say? Guys, ngicela sisukume nishayele imisese size ngaye uthando wakagudu.
Is this an on? Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it's on. Sanibonani? Ninjani? Nibahle njani? Thank you guys for coming. Yeah, like just standing here. It's an overwhelming moment for me. But yeah. I would just firstly like to share my story so that everyone can understand why we ended up here. So, I suffered victimization in the workspace very early on in my career. And I'm not sure why it happened, you know? I don't know if it was because I'm a woman, or if it's because I'm black, or if it was because I'm an awesome black woman, you know, I don't know. But I think it's because I'm an awesome black woman, you know? But it got so bad that I ended up having a stroke. And yeah, I had a stroke, doctors did tests, and they found out the cause of my stress was depression. I didn't even know I was depressed. That was the funny part, you know? And then, so I got committed into a clinic so that I could get treated for the depression. And I was also undergoing a physiotherapy because it had affected my left side. And I get emotional when I speak about this, sorry guys. And I remember one morning, I would have therapy every morning in the clinic. So 6 o'clock, I would meet my therapist. So nine to my therapist, she sat me down and she said to me, she gave me a pen and a paper and she said, describe yourself using 10 words, but you're not allowed to use your titles. Don't tell me you're a mother, don't tell me you're a wife, don't tell me you're an engineer, don't tell me you're a philanthropist, what, all those things. She was like, no, who are you? And I was blank. I did not know what to write because I did not know who I was. I did not know who Utando was. And honestly, it hurt me a lot. However, from there, I knew where I could start to heal, you know, where I needed to start to grow. And the one thing that I learned was that So yeah, let me gather myself. So when that happened, I had to put in his bag and realize that everything in life starts with me. It starts with you, you know. Knowing who you are and being comfortable in who you are, it makes it so hard for other people to be able to victimize you, to break you down. So I knew that that was where I needed to start, you know, so that I could be confident. And yeah. And along the journey, one of the things I learned was firstly working on knowing who you are and being confident in who you are. And the second thing I learned from my journey was that we need to educate ourselves. You need to be knowledgeable about the industry that you find yourself in. If you are a career woman, know your company policies, know your labor laws. If you're an entrepreneur, know the legislations in the industry that you're in or sector. Because when you know your rights, again, it's not easy for someone to victimize you because you know your rights. You know what's wrong. If there needs to be a fight, you know how to fight. You know, but if you're not knowledgeable and haven't equipped yourself, then like me, you will crumble, you know? So that's also a second thing. And the third thing I learned was that if as a woman you find yourself, I was in an engineering space, I am in an engineering space, where women are a minority. And in my experience, I found that our male counterparts would kind of set us against each other, you know, force us to compete. You know what, in English writing, pull it down syndrome. Yeah, and it's, I hate that word, but anyway. So what I learned was, as women, when you find yourself in this situation, we need to stick together. We need to grow together and we need to empower each other. Because if we play into the puller down syndrome mentality and play along with it, it's only gonna hurt us in the end, you know? So these are the things I wish the younger me would have known. But I also don't regret it because everything that I went through, every trial, it's made me the woman I am today. Utili Jakes likes to say, pain always leaves a gift behind. And that gift is that woman standing in front of you today. And as I started my journey on this woman empowerment, I realized that, on my empowerment, sorry, I realized that, maybe there's someone else out there going through the same thing. So why am I going on this journey alone? Why not bring other people with me so that we learn together, we build a community, like-minded women, we support each other, we encourage each other, we have uncomfortable conversations, you know, so that the next person can grow. And yeah, that's why we're here. And thank you so much for coming.